Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome everybody back to another video, another objectives guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 2022 year in review objectives, and as you can see, for completing them you get all 3 team of year honorable mentions. Doan, not going to try to pronounce that name, and Martinez. And this Martinez card, by the way, looks spectacular. So what we're going to do, as we always do with these objective guides, is go through all of these step by step, give you guys my tips, tricks, and a squad builder if necessary, kind of each one giving you a little bit of a walkthrough, a guide explaining what in my opinion would be the best and most efficient way to do it. Now starting off, you've got score in 15 separate matches using a French player in squad battles on at least semi-pro, or you can do this in division rivals. That is completely up to you. You just want to get a French player in your squad. For the sake of these objectives, we're going to be doing all of these in squad battles for today. You do earn yourself a Colombian Benzema there as well, a coin boost as well, so nothing crazy, but obviously it is one of the segments needed to get all of the cards. You've now got score using a Colombian player and a Nigerian player in the same squad battles match on at least semi-pro difficulty or rivals, and the reason why I'm 100% recommend doing this in squad battles is because trying to score with a Colombian and Nigerian in the same match in a rivals game will be quite tough. Win a match and score using a Brazilian player with at least 80 dribbling in squad battles on at least semi-pro or once again division rivals. So you have to win the match and score using a Brazilian with at least 80 dribbling in that same match. Win a match while scoring at least 3 goals using MLS players in squad battles or rivals. Play 6 matches whilst having at least 3 midfielders from Morocco in your starting 11. You've then got score using Japanese players in 3 separate matches while conceding no more than 1 goal. So you cannot concede 1 goal at all. Or you cannot concede more than 1 goal, sorry. So you have to win 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 5-0, 4-0, whatever. But no matter what, your opponent or the squad battle AI for this one cannot score more than 1 goal. And lastly, you've got win 6 matches and score at least 2 goals per match whilst having at least 9 Argentinian players in your starting squad in squad battles on at least semi-pro or once again division rivals. And obviously you get some nice packs in return along with all of these cards, which is a very nice objective reward. In fact, probably one of the best objective rewards we've had of the year. Right then, boys, so this is a squad builder that we have come up with. Now I'll go through all of these players with the names, and it may not look too pretty, but that does not matter, alright, as long as we've got the nations. And I will bring you guys through a squad battles tip so you can play the games on semi-pro, get relatively easy games. Now as you can see, we have got 9 Argentinians in the starting lineup for the objective, and you know what, I'll go and show you each time. We'll show you what we're doing, and I'll show you what players you need to do, and I'll switch to the objective. So first of all, as you can see, we've got 9 Argentinians in the starting 11. That will be for the win 6 matches and score at least 2 goals per match whilst having at least 9 Argentinian players in your starting squad. We've got a striker partnership of Osimhen and Muriel. That will be for this objective here, which is score using a Colombian player and a Nigerian player in the same match. Now after you score with a Nigerian and the Colombian player in the same match, you want to head on over to your bench and you want to sub your Gabriel Jesus on. Now your Gabriel Jesus is you're going to sub him on, and he is going to be used for the objective win a match and score using a Brazilian player with at least 80 dribbling. So you'll want to sub Jesus on, and obviously throughout the match you're going to want to win it. You're going to want to score at least 2 goals for the Argentinians. You want to basically do lots of birds with one stone, as I mentioned in the intro. But you're going to be wanting to sub your Jesus on, which is going to count for the win a match and score using a Brazilian player with at least 80 dribbling. Obviously you need to try and score with Jesus. Next up on the bench is Furuhashi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that somewhat correctly. Another player that you want to be subbing on alongside Gabriel Jesus. And this is for the objective Japanese Triumph, which is score using Japanese players in 3 separate matches whilst conceding no more than 1 goal per match. So you're going to want to sub this Japanese guy on in the 3 separate matches, conceding, as I said in the intro, no more than 1 goal. And obviously you're going to be wanting to basically just want to score as much as you can and concede as little as possible against the semi-pro AI and squad battles, which, as I said before, we'll touch more on that. But the Japanese player you'll be subbing on for this objective here. You just need to score with him, obviously. We've got Joseph Martinez on the bench as well, who you'll want to be subbing on. He is for the objective win a match while scoring at least 3 goals using MLS players. So you're going to want to sub him on and try and score a hat-trick. We've also got Anthony Martial on the bench, who he is going to be important because you need to score in 15 separate matches using a French player in squad battles. Now the last one is for play 6 matches whilst having at least 3 midfielders from Morocco in your starting squad. Now sadly with EA they did not clarify whether that means starting 11 or the bench. Now they say starting squad, but they've done that previously, and although it says starting squad, they mean the starting 11. So if I go back to the team, you will see that we have got 3 Moroccan players on the bench, as you can see here, Amrabat, Rahimi and Fajar. Now obviously these guys are technically in the starting squad, right? The subs count as a starting squad, but sadly I'm not sure that will work. So if that doesn't work after you're done all of the Argentinian 6 wins with the 9 players, you'll simply just have to sub your Moroccan players in. So it is simply a process. You've got to win 6 games with the 9 Argentinian players. You're going to want to be subbing on Jesus to get your Brazilian goal. You're going to want to sub on this Japanese guy Furuhashi, and obviously I'm saying Japanese guy just because I do not want to butcher his name and sound disrespectful. But you got to sub him on in 3 separate matches, scoring with him. Joseph Martinez you need to sub on and score a hat-trick with, and Martial you need to score in 15 separate matches with. Now as I said, these Moroccan players, if they do not count just sitting here on the bench, then after you're done those 6 Argentinian wins, you will have to bring on these lads in the midfield and they will count and obviously play another 6 games. So this could take you, if it counts with them being on the bench, 6 games if you do it correctly. If not, then it will take you 6 wins with this one, then you have to switch out and give the Moroccan players, which is another 6 games. So it could possibly take you, and if I had to guess, I'd say it would most likely take you 12 games. I did forget as well, the Argentinian players used is going to be Franco Cervi. Remember, if you do want, just pause it and put it in slow-mo. We've got Pereira, Enzo Fernandez, Ojeda, Tagliafico, Senesi, I'm going to butcher that, Lisandro Martinez, Montiel, and Musso. So that's the Argentinian starting 11. You've got the Nigerian and Colombian for the Nigerian and Colombian goals. You got the Brazilian with 80 plus dribbling, the Japanese, MLS and Frenchman, which you want to sub on, and you got the Moroccan midfielders, which as I said, although they're technically in the starting squad, EA can sometimes cap when it comes to that, and they actually mean in the starting 11. Therefore, after you're done with all the Argentinians, you'll want to sub on these Moroccan lads. Now, as I did mention with squad battles, now you need to win the 6 games. Now, semi-pro, and obviously you need lots of goals. Remember, you cannot concede more than 1 goal for, was it the Japanese one, I'm pretty sure, but one of the objectives, you could not concede more than 1 goal. With the Argentinian one, you need to score more than 2. So you basically want to be playing a really poor team and trying to win 9, 10, maybe even more to 0 every single match. Now, as you can see with squad battles, you get given 4 segments every single time. Now, as you can see, the worst segment here is without a doubt the 77 rated and 4 chemistry squad. And if we have a look and view this squad, we can see it is a very, very below par team. We will easily be able to go here to play this on semi-pro, and we could batter this probably 15 or 20-0. Obviously, everyone's skill gap is different, but if you do play a poor team, every 10 to 15 minutes, and I will circle it, you have the option to refresh. So I'd play this game against a poor team, choose the worst one in each selection. When that's done, I will go ahead and refresh my teams, and as you can see, beautiful, we've got a 70 rated with 1 chemistry. We'll go ahead and once again, it's a full silver team. We'll go ahead and play that on semi-pro. Once again, should have no problem beating that. And by the time we've finished this game, we will have the option to refresh again. So we'll just keep doing that, playing the worst team, refreshing. That way you can score lots of goals and get these objectives done. And as always, boys, for the recap, starting from the top, working our way down to the bottom, scoring 15 separate matches using a French player. With that one, it is going to be Anthony Martial, who you're going to want to sub on every single match. He's going to be the #1 sub you want to use because you need to score with him in 15 separate games. You got score using a Colombian player and a Nigerian player. Now, this should only take you 1 game as well, so you can get that game, and then you could chuck your Martial up top, so you don't have to worry about subbing him on. But we have obviously gone for Osimhen and Muriel, right? That's our Colombian and Nigerian. Win a match and score using a Brazilian player with at least 80 dribbling. With this one, you're obviously going to want to go to your bench and sub on Gabriel Jesus, score with him, and you then just have to go on to win the match. Win a match while scoring at least 3 goals using MLS players. You're going to go to your bench, sub on a Joseph Martinez and score a hat-trick with him. Play 6 matches whilst having at least 3 midfielders from Morocco. Once again, it says in your starting squad, whether they mean in the starting 11 or not, we do have him on the bench just in case, and best case scenario, they will just sit there on the bench, you won't even have to use them and it will count. But I'm expecting that you are going to have to use these guys, but you can worry about that after you get the Argentinian ones. score using a Japanese player, or score using Japanese players in 3 separate matches while conceding no more than 1 goal. In your semi-pro match, you're going to obviously want to be pausing it in your squad battles match and subbing on that Japanese guy that played for Celtic that I had on the bench, and you just want to try and score with him in 3 separate games, conceding no more than 1 goal. And obviously with this Argentinian one, it's to win 6 matches with at least 9 Argentinians scoring at least 2. So you essentially want to play poor squad battle teams, use your subs, kind of like 5 birds, kind of like 7 birds with 1 stone, if you will. Remember, you do not have to use the exact same squad builder I did. I just used some players I had in the club mixed with just some other Argentinian players, Brazilian players that quickly came to my head. But this squad builder, and I'll go ahead and just sit on the squad builder screen, this squad builder is going to cost you no more than 10,000-15,000 coins, and you get some pretty nice cards for it, alright? It's been your boy Davis. Any unanswered questions, or if you are stuck and struggling, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.